There, welcome to another episode of Eve News, Weather, and Sports. I'm Mike Azariah. Today is January the 5th, 2026, and let's get down to it. Not a lot of news this evening, but I thought I'd give you a quick check in because, hey, why break a pattern that I've been holding for so long? It's the last week of Winter Nexus. When I logged in this morning, I got that little ping on the front page. But I'll include a link down below that will show what you can look up. Some of the things they included, they've extended the rewards track, added a bit more Plex to it, and a few other prizes. So you got a real opportunity to go out and hunt the Yule lads. Also, the succubus has had a quick rebalance and a bit of a roll bonus. I think they made it a little easier to fly for the young ones. That, like I said, link for all of that will be down below from the Eve News website. The second thing I want to mention is sometime this month, I think they're having a CSM summit, but I don't know for sure because they have not made any announcement. Now, in previous years, sometimes they had announcements about what they were talking about, other times they did not. I would really love it, CCP, if any of you are watching this, please give us just, I know some subject headers need to be covered because they're NDA material or stuff you don't want to give away. But give us some general topics that you plan on talking to the CSM about so that we as the electorate can make suggestions to our CSM reps about what we'd like them to push for in those discussions. Let us be a part of it. I know we elected these people, but it'd be nice to get some day to day chatter with the CSM going forward. So hopefully, when they announce it, I'll be talking more about that. And again, CCP, if you see it in your hearts that you can even give us some general topics that you plan on talking to them about, even if it's cut and paste from previous years, I would really appreciate it. The last thing in the news I want to talk about was Operation Magic School Bus has been celebrating the 12 days of Christmas. That ends tomorrow on January the 6th. And I have managed to give away easily a few billion in ships over the past few days and been having a grand time chatting with old players and with new, which is what I like doing. So if you get a chance on January 6th or even any time after that, if you're a vet, drop in, say hello, wave at me in local if you see me go by. Movement, now into sports and weather. Pandemic Horde lost another 8,827, leaving 221 players left in the alliance. So that is pretty much the end. I do wonder whether they're going to leave a caretaker, somebody to, you know, dust and clean, or whether they plan on just turning the lights out and making it a dead alliance. There are alliances that have died. Hell, I helmed one at one point and watched it go down because I forgot to pay the yearly alliance bill. My bad. Eve Uni is obviously doing some house cleaning because they dropped by 1,279, mainly out of the Eve Uni did the drop. Ivy League Alliance saw the same numbers. So, but the interesting thing was when I was looking at the numbers this week, that there's not been a lot of corporate growth. Almost everybody's bleeding less than 100, 30s to 70, that sort of thing. But there's not a lot of growth going on right now, and that gives me a bit of concern. I'll get back to that. As for violence, the sports going on. In Nullsec, the high violent system was Adioth with 133 ships over 83 pods. In LowSec, it was Eldrenet with 356 over 74. And in HighSec, it was, as usual, JITA with 606 over 385. NullSec, again, just not much violence. 133 ships compared to JITA popping 606 in the same time period. Five times, six times the numbers. NPC space, 46,936, and damn if I didn't forget to write down where that was. My bad. So you've got low growth. The violence is going down. I'm trying to decide whether this is just the post-holiday doldrums of the time period between Christmas and New Year's and the getting back to work, to school, whatever you guys are doing, because I don't work and I don't go to school no more. So I wouldn't know. This is just another week for me. But for those of you who are out there, hopefully you'll come back to Eve, and hopefully this will continue to go on. The SOV News map, which I'll put the link down to below, I'm really enjoying looking at the balkanization of the space in the northeast of that map, which shows a lot of little groups are trying to get their foothold in and trying to make a go of it in nullsec in the aftermath of this destruction of Pandemic Horde. This is cool as long as the big fish don't decide that this looks like a feeding ball to them and just goes straight through and takes it over. I'm hoping it stays nice and violent. No guarantee that it will. But hopefully your holiday was not nice and violent unless you were playing a video game. And in honor of the end of the season, I'm having my one rum and eggnog. What's green and goes in a circle about 200 miles an hour? A frog in a blender. What happens if you add rum? Frognog. You have yourselves a good one. I will catch you in about a week. The best of the holidays to you. I hope you survived it. Managed to get through any stress that the holidays often bring. And I hope that news will perk up in the new year. This is the first episode of 2026. Let's see if I can run another 52 for another year. I will talk to you later. Ciao, Bella.